Subject Big Data Analytics, and today's topic is Data in Warehouse and Data in Hadoop. Myself S.S. Sujanaram Raju, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of CSC, SRK Engineering College, Bhimavaram. The objectives of this lecture are to understand a data warehouse and Hadoop, to learn about the differences between data warehouse and Hadoop. Coming to data warehouse, a data warehouse essentially combines information from several sources into one comprehensive database. Let's summarize what a data warehouse is. A data warehouse is a subject oriented, integrated, time variant, and non volatile. Coming to subject oriented, a data warehouse can be used to analyze a particular subject area like sales, finance, inventory. For example, to learn more about your company's sale data, you can build a warehouse that concentrates on sales. Using this warehouse, you can answer questions like who was our best customer for this item last year? This ability to define a data warehouse by subject matter. Sales in this case. Coming to integrated, a data warehouse integrates various heterogeneous data sources like RDBMS, flat files, and online transaction records. Coming to non-volatile, the operational updates of data do not occur in the data warehouse. That is, update, insert, and delete operations are not performed. Coming to time variant, historical information is kept in a data warehouse. For example, one can retrieve files from 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or even previous data from a data warehouse. Coming to history of Hadoop. Hadoop was created by Don Cutting and Mike Cafrilla in 2005. It was originally developed to support distribution for the Nudge search engine project. Doug, who was working at Yahoo at the time and is now chief architect of Cloudera, named the project after his son's toy elephant. Cutting's son was 2 years old at the time and just beginning to talk. He called his beloved stuffed yellow elephant Hadoop. It all started with these two people, Mike Cafrilla and Doug Cutting, who were in the process of building a search engine system that can index 1 billion pages. After their research, they estimated that such a system will cost around $500,000 in hardware with a monthly running cost of $30,000, which is quite expensive. However, they soon realized that their architecture will not be capable enough to work around with billions of pages on the web. They came across a paper published in 2003 that described the architecture of GFS, that means Google Distributed File System. Later in 2004, Google published one more paper that introduced MapReduce to the world. In 2005, Nudge used GFS and MapReduce to perform operations. In 2006, Yahoo created Hadoop based on GFS and MapReduce with Doug Cutting and his team. Yahoo started using Hadoop on a 1000-node cluster. Later in Jan 2008, Yahoo released Hadoop as an open source project to Apache Software Foundation. In July 2008, Apache tested a 4000-node cluster with Hadoop successfully. In 2009, Hadoop successfully sorted a petabyte of data in less than 17 hours to handle billions of searches and indexing millions of web pages. Moving ahead, in December 2011, Apache Hadoop released version 1.0. In 2017, Apache Hadoop released version 3.0. Coming to Hadoop, the Apache Hadoop software library is a framework that allows for the distributed processing of large datasets across clusters of computers using simple programming models. Hadoop is made up of four modules: MapReduce, HDFS, Yarn, and Common. Coming to MapReduce. MapReduce is a software framework and programming model used for processing huge amounts of data. MapReduce program work in two phases, namely map and reduce. Map tasks deal with splitting and mapping of data. Reduce task deals with shuffle and reduce the data. Hadoop is capable of running MapReduce programs written in various languages. Those are Java, Ruby, Python, and C++. Let's understand this with an example. Consider you have following input data for your MapReduce program. Welcome to Hadoop class. Hadoop is good, Hadoop is bad. MapReduce working process. Coming to input splits. An input to a MapReduce job is divided into fixed size pieces called input splits. Coming to mapping. This is the very first phase in the execution of MapReduce program. In this phase, data in each split is passed at a mapping function to a produce output values. In our example, a job of mapping phase is to count a number of occurrences of each word from input splits and prepare a list in the form of word and frequency. Coming to shuffling, this phase consumes the output of mapping phase. Its task is to consolidate the relevant records from mapping phase output. In our example, the same word are clubbed together along with their respective frequencies. Coming to reducer, in this phase, output values from the shuffling phase are aggregated. This phase combines values from shuffling phase and returns a single output value. In short, this phase summarizes the complete data set. Coming to HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System. The HDFS is based on the Google file system and provides a distributed file system that is designed to run on a commodity hardware. In this architecture, HDFS solves the problems of storing big data. The two main concepts of HDFS are name node and data node. Name node is a master node. We may have a secondary name node as well. In case the primary node stops working, then secondary name node will act as a backup. The data node is a slave, which is basically the low cost commodity hardware. Coming to Yarn. MapReduce could not solve a lot of big data problems. So this is how Yarn come into this picture. It is the middle layer between HDFS and MapReduce, which is responsible for managing clustering resources. This is the architecture of Yarn. The various responsibilities into these components. First one is resource manager. A global resource manager that accepts job submissions from users, schedules the jobs and allocates resources to them. A node manager. A node manager slave that's installed at each node and functions as a monitoring and reporting agent of the resource manager. An application master. An application master that's created for each application to negotiate for resources and work with the node manager to execute and monitor tasks. Coming to container. Resource container that are controlled by node managers and assign the system resources allocated to individual applications. Coming to common. Also called the Hadoop common. These are nothing but the Java libraries, files, scripts and utilities that are actually required by the other Hadoop components to perform. Comparison between data warehouse and Hadoop. First one is data. In data warehouse, we can process structured data only. Coming to Hadoop, we can process any kind of data, including structured, unstructured, semi-structured, and raw data also. Coming to processing, its processing is based on schema and write concepts. Coming to Hadoop, is based on schema and read concepts. Next one is storage. This is suitable for small volumes and it's too much expensive for large volume data. Coming to Hadoop, it works well with large data sets having huge volumes, velocity and variety. Coming to agility, in data warehouse it is less agile, in Hadoop it is highly agile. Coming to security, data warehouse technologies have been around for decades. Thus, in terms of security, we can rely on the data warehouse. Coming to Hadoop, Hadoop technologies are relatively new as compared to data warehouse. So, security is a big concern here. Next one, users. Business professionals usually use data warehouse. Coming to Hadoop, Hadoop is quite famous in the field of data science and data engineering. Which one to use? You have your data warehouse and Hadoop. Which one to use? If you have your raw unstructured data, then you should go for Hadoop because Hadoop works well with unstructured or raw structured data, but data warehouse works only with structured data. If you have a low latency and interactive reports, then you should go for a data warehouse. For OLAP, real-time or point queries, you should go for data warehouse because Hadoop works well with batch data. If you have a large volumes datasets, then you should go for Hadoop because Hadoop is designed to solve big data problems. Summary. Data warehouse is a subject-oriented, integrated, time-variant and non-volatile collection of data. Hadoop is made up of MapReduce, HDFS, Yarn and Common. In data warehouse, we can process structured data only, but in Hadoop, we can process any kind of data. Thank you.